Hughie Campbell is Senator John McCain, and one of the things that ties them together is broken arms. Huey asks Kimiko to break his arms as cover for his absence from work, and he has to refuse Frenchie's offer of painkillers because as a government employee, he has to pass drug tests. Now, at first glance, this seems to be a reference to McCain's breaking both his arms when he was shot down over Vietnam, and the fact that he was given no painkillers for these injuries. But there's a lot more to it than that. The arm-breaking scene is mostly a reference to what happened later. You see, McCain was the son of a very important admiral, and the grandson of an even more important admiral. So the North Vietnamese government decided it would be great propaganda if they let him go home. But there is a code in the U.S. military. If any POWs are released as part of negotiations or prisoner exchange, they must be released in the order they were captured. The offer to let McCain go first violated that rule, so he refused. He was held prisoner and tortured for 5 years, all the while having the option of early release if he just agreed to it. During these years, his arms were re-broken repeatedly, and his shoulders were wrenched out of their sockets again and again.
Fucking hell, Huey.
McCain's voluntarily submitting to torture is why Huey has to have his arm broken, and Huey has to do it without painkillers due to the rules of his employment, because McCain had to submit to years of torture because of the military code. McCain suffered permanent damage from this. Here's a picture of him trying to raise his arms. That's as far as they'd go. We see a reference to this when Kimiko grabs his arm to break it, and Mother's Milk steps in to correct her. Her initial grip on his forearm and shoulder would have resulted in major shoulder damage, like the damage McCain suffered from his repeated trauma.
Right here. Clean break. No permanent damage.
Later, in the scene with Homelander, Huey's cast serves as a surrogate for his reputation as a war hero. Homelander signs Huey's cast in a flippant and derisive manner because Donald Trump was openly dismissive of McCain's heroism.
He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
This scene represents the final break in relations between Trump and McCain as well. Trump had been convinced to endorse McCain's Senate re-election campaign, but almost immediately after this, the excess Hollywood tape was released.
They let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the I can do anything.
And McCain announced that he would not support or vote for Trump. For a former presidential nominee to do this was an unusual act of defiance.
Ooh.
Huey's opening scenes are specific references to McCain as well. His girlfriend Robin is Senator Joe Lieberman. Lieberman was a Democrat who had turned independent and then endorsed McCain in 2008. He even gave a speech supporting McCain at the 2008 Republican convention. This ended his career because he counted on Democratic votes to get him elected, and because he was attacked for criticizing Obama. Lieberman got in Obama's way, so he was eliminated.
Robin?
Lieberman was a centrist, and this is why A-Train tries to blame Robin for being out in the middle of the road.
She just stepped in the middle of the street.
The banter between Huey and Robin about whether laying cable means sex or taking a dump is referring to a minor McCain sex scandal during this election. McCain was rumored to be involved with a telecommunications lobbyist. People suspected he'd been laying pipe, but McCain and the lobbyist had just been talking about laying cable in the non-excretory sense of the word. But the whole thing was a real shitstorm for the McCain campaign.